This is a warning. The following episode of Almost Live is protected under United States Copyright Law number 107.65 and is the sole property of Almost Live and King Broadcasting Company. Any rebroadcast or reproduction for commercial use and or profit is strictly prohibited. However, if you've actually figured out a way to make money from tapes of Almost Live, could you maybe give us a call? I think we can cut a deal.
You're the announcer.
Where's my copy?
What?
If I'm the announcer, I gotta have copy.
It's the same every week. You say this is Almost Live, and now here's John Keister.
I can't remember that.
Come on.
I gotta have some copy.
Just repeat after me.
Okay.
This is
almost
live. And I am stupid. And now here is John Keister. Brilliant.
Well, it's really been an exciting week in these parts. There are 2 new cities in the great Northwest. The signs are going up and all over the world. The maps will have to change because as of Wednesday, there is the city of Federal Way and the city of SeaTac. Let's welcome our new neighbors, shall we? Oh, yeah. You know, though, there was a little controversy about the spelling of SeaTac. You might have read about this. They want hyphen or no hyphen. The state finally decided no hyphen, but they can put a cool accent mark on it to make it look French. You know, we should learn more about these new cities. For example, the major industries. In Federal Way, the major industries are water slides, supercuts, and speed traps. In SeaTac, table dances. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the imports and exports. Federal Way imports mag wheels and beauty bark and exports the audience for truck pulls. SeaTac imports guys looking for dates and exports Eagle snacks and in-flight magazines. And you know, these new cities are looking for their own slogans. The people in Federal Way have narrowed it down to a few, and we got a copy of the list. For example, Federal Way, Gateway to Fife. Federal Way, come see Cal. Hey, what are you looking at? And last chance to reload before Tacoma. All very good ones, I think. In SeaTac, they're considering these slogans. SeaTac, the city that never sleeps because of those damn planes. As seen on Geraldo. No parking in the loading area. And, hey, mister, want a date? Well, we wish these new cities all the luck in the world. And, you know, we're a little excited around here for another reason. There's a group of people in the building who are going for the world record on imitating the Inagata-Davida drum solo. They've been at it for days. I think we've got a camera on them, don't we? There they are. There they are. There they go. This is really exciting. Yeah, they got it down. Okay, they seem to have it down. That's really exciting, and we'll be checking back on them throughout the show. Like I said, we'll be checking back on them throughout the show. Oh, great. Oh, really good idea we got going here. Thank you, Steve. Hey, oh, it's great. Anyway, the weather's been fantastic lately, and it's a great opportunity to get out for some recreation. But when you're in those public recreational facilities, you've got to remember to be courteous. And to help you remember, Almost Live would like to present the master of manners himself. Stand by for Mr. Billy Kwan.
It's time for Mind Your Manners with Billy Kwan. Today's episode, 5 Iron of Death.
I figure this putt ought to break just a little bit to the left. Your thoughtless belch made me blow my putt.
Oh, you want to putt, huh? Putt this.
Oh, man. Better go with 9 iron. Four. Remember, kids, be courteous golfers or Billy will get teed off.
Remember, kids, be like Billy. Behave yourself.
Okay, stay with us. We got a great show, and we'll be right back with Bill Nye, the Science Guy. We'll be right back. Well, we're back. We are back, and you know, there's a magical feeling in the studio tonight, and that can mean only one thing. Actually, I suppose it could mean a lot of things, but in this case, it means we're due for another visit from Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Bill, come on up. Bill, get out of here. Bill, nice to see you.
Nice to be seen. John.
Nice to see you, Bill. Had to wait for that audience. They love you out there, Bill. They love you. You know, we've passed out some cards before the audience came in to ask you some science-type questions. You skeptical, all-knowing, and somewhat arrogant fellow. And here we are. Here, we've got one here. Dear Bill, it starts out. Do you think that time travel can ever be scientifically achieved? And if so, what time would in history, past or future, would you most like to visit? This is not Bill Nye the Grammar Guy, but it's Bill Nye the Science Guy. Okay.
Well, first of all, John, I mean, just recall your Feynman diagrams. Sure.
Feynman diagram.
Yeah. Time travel is no problem at all. I mean, just look, you know, Tipler, if you recall, the mathematician, calculated very quickly. You just need 30-kilometer diameter cylinder of lead rotating at several thousand RPM, and there you go, reversing time. Piece of cake. Where would I want to go? Oh, I don't know. A couple years ago, it was a really good party. I'd like to maybe catch up with. Yeah.
Well, okay, Bill, that's exciting. Lead, revolving. There was something having to do with revolving lead there, but let's just.
Well, it's just you get enough mass spinning, and time will go backwards.
Okay, well, let's get on with the. You've also got some apparatus.
Oh
here.
yes, John. Now you know we've done
That's
studies.
very
We've questioned the Almost Live audience, reviewed with them what they want, John, and what they want is fire, explosions. That's what they're after, and that's what we've got tonight.
Is that what you guys want to see, really? Yeah. Okay. Give the people what they want.
John?
You've got a tube of tissue paper.
John, before we begin, please. Oh, my goodness. Whew.
Oh, yes, I
Just
forgot.
lost my head there. Sorry.
All right.
Lucky me.
There.
you go.
Yeah.
Don't you feel better? You look great.
Great science,
Hey,
science fashion accessory.
Eat your heart out.
Okay. So you've got apparently a tube of tissue paper
Yeah,
here.
that
We are now going to light on
So we're
fire.
going to just light on fire.
Okay.
Now, John, you'll note as the
it's
tube
burning.
burns, as it combusts, it leaves ash. It leaves a tube, a cylinder of ash. The tube has mass as it combusts. Of course, the ash is converted to water vapor going away, and then suddenly, rising from the ashes, the tube, like a phoenix, into the studio sky.
Wow, that's.
It's just cool, you guys. Come on.
There it comes re-entering then. Back down. Oh, and there.
Couldn't resist.
And it's been scattered for the studio crew to sweep up. Now, why did it do that, Bill?
Well, you see, John, what happens is when you set fire to it, you get a convection current, natural convection in this case, hot air being less dense, rising, and that forms a miniature thermal. So you have this column of rising air, and the tube, when it loses enough mass to combustion, rises up on the thermal. What a trip.
Very beautiful. But I see you've got some more exciting looking apparatus here. Let's get on with this because it's got wires and everything.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
and you'll notice they're coiled, and that makes them
looks
scientific.
And one of these old knife switches, which I loved so much as a kid. But what do they? you know, what do you use these for?
Well,
you know?
I asked the guy at the hardware store, you know, what's the deal with those, and he said, well, pretty much we only sell them to people doing science experiments.
All right, well.
So that's me.
Well, here we are.
I don't have a corner on them, but
Well,
I'm interested.
So what are we going to do here?
John, ordinary steel wool,
Okay.
carbon and iron, and it, you know, as you know, it rusts, it oxidizes. Now, what we're going to do is cause it to oxidize very quickly by passing electric current through it. It will heat up, and the oxygen in the air then will confront the metal. Now,
Okay, there it
just
goes.
close the switch for a moment. Notice it burns. Now, the feature of this material, it just burns and burns.
Smolders.
It just smolders.
Smolders like a couch when you drop a cigarette in it or something like that. Those can go for days, I'll tell you.
Were you at that party?
All right, so we've got some smoldering,
Now, John,
smoldering
that's okay.
steel wool
I
here,
like it. You know, we
which
hook
is
up.
exciting.
We hook up the batteries, and it just starts burning. I like that. That's cool. But we can do a little better. What we got there, John? We have the fuel, the
Steel
seal,
wool.
and we have the spark.
okay.
Yeah, that's hot, John.
Okay,
That's from the
excuse me.
fire.
All right, okay,
So,
great.
what we
We
got
steel
there,
wool,
yeah,
right,
we're
okay.
oxidizing it with the oxygen in the air. Now, what we can do, John, which to me is a lot of fun, we can oxidize it just so much more quickly, not by surrounding it with air. No, but by surrounding it with an atmosphere of pure oxygen.
Pure oxygen, which you apparently have over here. in
As
this
a matter of
tank.
fact, I do. It's funny you should bring it up. What's
Okay.
smoking? Oh, yeah, the couch.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
That was
here we go. Now I have the oxygen containment cylinder
right.
shown here. Oh, we have a little failure mode in there. I'll be catching
Okay,
up to
well,
that just
we've
quickly.
got a very short amount of time here.
I know, isn't it always the case?
Isn't it always the case? But boy, this better be a big finish, huh?
Well, it's going to be cool, yeah. Okay, now, we open this device here. This is a safety device called a pinch cock, a noun that has always kind of given me the creeps. Now, if you listen, the fire extinguisher under control. If you listen here, opening the oxygen valve.
Okay.
Now, atomic weight of oxygen. Never heard that before. Don't worry about it. Atomic
It's
weight of
squeaking,
oxygen.
Bill. Yeah.
It's almost out. Atomic weight of oxygen is what?
8.
Atomic number is 8, right? Nitrogen 7, so it's very close. Now, the air and oxygen very nearly the same. Sorry about that. Very nearly the same.
What's going on here,
don't worry
Bill? It
about it,
never
John.
made that noise in
There we go.
rehearsal.
Yeah, it's just a little. Never oil an oxygen valve, please. Now,
Okay.
what
Now
we're
we
gonna
have
do,
an atmosphere
we
of pure-
flushed it. We flushed it out, filled it with oxygen. I think that'll do it. Closing it,
Okay.
and then sealing the pinch cock.
Okay. so
And
we try that.
now, if you would, close the switch.
Yeah!
Yes!
Wow!
Yes!
Very exciting. Very exciting. So Bill. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's burning. It's molten. Now, what practical use have we? Can the people at home draw out of this experiment, Bill?
Well, John, you want to blow up a house or a car? Fill it with oxygen first.
Okay. Another helpful tip from Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Thank you, Bill. Come back
Thank you,
anytime.
John.
We'll be right back.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music. They're members of the fastest growing demographic group in America.
I just think we're going to need a lot more information before we can make a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work with them every day.
Hey, nice suit, Mr. Deppa.
And starting this week, they're the hit of the TV season.
We've got to take another meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're the Ineffectual Middle Management Suck-Up. Tonight on the Ineffectual Middle Management Suck-Up.
Okay, let's get down to business, guys. All right. Under old business, I've looked at some information here about the recent fire, and I think that I can safely pinpoint the cause of this accident as a communications problem. Now, Ed, you've done some work on this, haven't you?
I compiled the results of the employee survey, and they are very interesting. 20% of the employees felt good about the fire. However, and this is significant, a full 73% felt either undecided or bad about it. Of course, the remaining 7% are still in critical condition and couldn't fill out the form.
Have we sent balloon bouquets to those people who are still in the hospital?
We're taking bids now from balloon companies. I should be able to make a recommendation by next week.
All right, now, I've received a rather disturbing memo from a Duke Williams, the loading dock supervisor. It says, the loading dock is currently overworked and understaffed. Many workers are suffering from depression and low morale. Orders are backed up almost 3 weeks. We need help, and we need it now. Well, that's it. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Party! I figure, you know, on Friday we'll bring a cake and some punch down to those guys, and, you know, it should cheer them up.
Do you think that'll be enough?
I'm way ahead of you. That's why I've come up with this new program to motivate them. You see, it's called Excel. Now, let me run it down for you. E is for eagerness. X is for excellence. C is for cash. We're going to give $5 to any loading dock worker who comes up with an idea that we actually use for more than a year. E, I couldn't come up with another E thing, but L is for limber. See, you've got to stay limber to lift those heavy boxes. Let's all do it. E, eagerness. X, excellence. C, cash. E, good, you know, I'll think of another word. L, limber. Bill, I think you're out of order. We're on new business now.
I think he's choking.
Choking. That's interesting. Any other ideas?
Could be an allergy.
An allergy, okay.
Maybe he's role-playing.
All right, those are all very good, very interesting ideas, although I think, though, in this case, what's called for is the Heimlich maneuver. Did anyone take the Heimlich seminar?
I did, but only as a facilitator. I didn't actually participate.
I took the CPR course.
I think it's a little early in the process for CPR, Steve, although thank you for the input.
I did that company-sponsored swimming safety workshop last year.
Yeah, how was that?
Really dynamic speaker, but, you know, not enough hands-on experience.
Maybe we should call Human Resources. Don't they have a first aid committee?
Oh, good idea, yeah. What's their phone mail code?
I think it's **3.
No, it's 3 star.
But don't you have to press pound twice before we get into the system?
No, that's the coffee shop. Wait, hang up.
Next week on the Ineffectual Middle Management Suck-Ups.
Too bad about Bill.
Could I have his Filofax?
Oh, I get dibs on his laptop.
Okay, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Last week on Flyin' Low.
Isn't the river beautiful, Jeff?
Sure is, sir.
That's what I love about flying low. See anything yet?
Nothing yet, Captain.
Well, I guess we'd better go lower.
All right.
Flyin' Low. A couple of guys who like to take chances and see the world up close. Flyin' Low. Starring Jason Riker as Jeff Dawson and Rick Jameson as Captain Flanker. Tonight on Flyin' Low. Out of the frying pan.
You okay, Jeff?
A little shaken up, sir.
Was a bit of a rough landing.
You know, Captain, I think we were flying a little low that time.
Come on, Jeff, you gotta take chances to see the world up close.
I know, but I'm scared to fly again, sir.
You gotta get right back on the horse that threw you.
Okay, but how are we gonna get out of here?
We'll take the chopper.
Oh, of course.
All right, let's go. Good to be flying again, huh, Jeff?
Sure is, Captain.
See anything yet?
Not yet. I think we're flying too high, sir.
We'll take her down a bit then.
Captain, you smell gas?
Maybe a little bit. You know, Jeff, that makes me kind of nervous. Mind if I smoke?
Not at all, sir.
Take her for a bit then.
Yes, Captain.
Well, gosh, that's just about all the time we have tonight. We want to welcome those new cities of SeaTac and Federal Way. Glad to have you with us. How are those, you guys still going on the Inagata-Davida? Great. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Pizzeria Pagliacci, featuring traditional and gourmet pizza by the slice. Pizzeria Pagliacci, rated Seattle's best pizza. Promotional consideration also provided by your local Coca-Cola bottler.
If you'd like to learn more about comedy and how to produce it for local television, the Library of Congress suggests you read the following books: Time Life Books Knock Knock series, Television, an Evil Tool of Collective Mind Destruction, and How to Get a Job There, The Godfather, page 24, My Way, the Ross Schaefer story, Amway, the John Keister story, and Coping with Alcoholism in the Workplace. These and other books are available at your local library if they haven't already been stolen.